Hey, it's JC1424 once again with NASCAR Thunder 2004. And in this episode of our 4th season in career mode, we are going to be completing race 12 of 36, the big one, Coca-Cola 600, in our number 5 Cheez-Its Chevrolet that we've gotten now that Terry Labonte is retired and Hendrick Motorsports has hired us. And yeah, this is my favorite paint scheme that they have to offer right here. Last episode we did the All-Star race and we used that Looney Tunes paint scheme. It was had like some orange on it, some blue. It was another Kellogg's paint scheme. This one, it's got a stronger blue for the Kellogg side of the car compared to the regular paint scheme, which is that one right here. If you look at the different shades of blue, this one is just much stronger. And then I love the flames. We all love our flames. This paint scheme is low-key better than Jeff Gordon's flame paint scheme. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it's got Cheez-Its on it. But yeah, we won the All-Star race. Right now we're still the points leader by 37 points over Tony Stewart. Yeah, he definitely gained a few points on us whenever we went to Richmond because, I mean, I could have won that race, but I decided not to. Instead, I decided to drive off the track going into turn 1 and have the pit road respawn me and move me like 10 spots. But we came back and finished 4th place. Here's all the rivalries, and we got some allies down here. Tony Stewart, though he's right behind me in the points, he loves me. He fucking loves me. Okay, so let's go to the race weekend. We'll quick select all that equipment. We got a car rating of 84. Engine is fresh, the body's also fresh, and then the chassis has been used for, I think, a couple races, but it's still going to be a great equipment. We're going to go from last to first in this race. We're going to win this Coca-Cola 600. Just you wait. I'm wearing this awesome PlayStation shirt that my mom got me a couple months ago, I think. The green flag is out, and we are underway for 40 laps here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. I almost said Charlotte Motor Speedway. Once again, Dale Jarrett just always starts at the back this season. I don't know what the hell that's all about, but man, love this paint scheme. I haven't driven this car in so damn long. Like, it's been probably 4 or 5 years. I used to have a career mode where I drove this car for 4 seasons straight, and gosh, I loved it. So Jeff Gordon's on the pole, and he's using a very cool paint scheme too. He's got that diaper car. That's what my mom calls it. I don't know if anyone else calls it the diaper car, but looks like a diaper on the back of it. I'm just flying past people in the front stretch. Okay, brake hard for turn 1. I'm braking really hard for turn 1 because I have to enter the corner from the bottom with all these freaking lunatics taking up so much space. I mean, maybe I'm the lunatic with how I'm driving. Got my teammate Joe Nemechek back here. I'm trying to remember what the hell his name is. I almost calling him Jerry Nadeau. I called him my team meat. He's the meat of the team. I don't know why it wouldn't be me. I haven't been here very long, so probably not. And then it should be Jeff Gordon because he's up there starting on the pole. Team meat in the diaper car. That's just weird. I'm going to pretend like I didn't say that. Michael Waltrip likes me and he's up there. I don't even remember why Michael Waltrip likes me right now. I don't even know if I'm centered in the face cam properly because I just like got all up in your face with my PlayStation logo shirt thing. With the mirror on the game doesn't run with the highest frame rates. I noticed that like looking back on an old video of me racing at Dover for this game. If you just look up NASCAR Thunder 2004 Dover, you'll know what video I'm talking about. And I had it on 720p 60, but even though it was in 60 frames per second, the video, the actual game wasn't running at that frame rate. So yeah, with the mirror on, it doesn't tend to actually run the fastest that it can. If you're like Dale, play Dale on the emulator and the game can run a little bit better. And this game doesn't already run at a really high frame rate on PlayStation 2. It runs better on Xbox. But yeah, my friend Dale, he's gotten it to run at 60 on the PlayStation 2 with the emulator. Ward Burton's already pissed off at me because he's cutting me off. Everyone's cutting me off. Everyone is trying to block me. Like, of course people are going to get pissed off. I've got a little damage here and there. I'm braking really early for turn 3. But always entering from the bottom because I have to pass so many freaking cars. Well, we are... how many laps? 5 laps into this race, and I'm in the top half of the field. I'm going to make it 3 wide in turn 1 because I'm a fucking moron. But I made it stick. Oh, I think I made it stick. Almost hit Hermie Sadler. That would have sucked. Okay, we're going to pass Kenny Wallace, and then Matt Kenseth, and then they got quite a gap between them and the rest of the top 10 and whatever. Okay, don't run into Kenny Wallace. I mean, he's a doofus, but don't run into him. Don't need to punish him for his doofusness, his doofusity. I had to think about what sounded better for a second. I didn't get it right the first time, but his doofusity. I mean, my doofusity levels are probably much lower, but they're still there with me mowing the freaking lawn all the way to the front stretch just to pass 2 cars. But gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, Jimmy Johnson is in that Power of Pride car. We all love that car. One more look at it because freaking 3 wide into turn 3. Every pass that I make is 3 wide already for whatever reason. Well, there's Tony Stewart, barely in the top 10. These are all really packed together in here right now. And speaking of things being packed together, a while ago, I was looking back on that 50-minute video that NASCAR posted back in 2014. It was basically the 2003 spring Darlington race, except it was cut down so it didn't take forever to watch. But I think they did a good job with how they edited the video. But I love how the racing was back then at Darlington. Like, if someone didn't come off a corner right because they were side by side, everything just got stacked up behind them. So the racing was just constantly really good throughout. It was never like spreading out and crap, because if you're side by side and trying to make a pass, it can be a little difficult. So then it makes everything difficult. Oh my goodness. Speaking of Darlington, there's Ricky Craven, the winner. Also, both Ricky Craven's NASCAR career cup wins were amazing. Not just his second one, but also his first one. His first one was at Martinsville. He was battling Dale Jarrett. Yeah, Dale Jarrett was like, I think, side by side with him going on to the last lap. It was great. You should look that one up too. Oh yeah, Tony Stewart. He's at 96. I'll get him up to 100 just so I can keep it at 96 after every race and everything like that. Once again, Mark Martin in my career mode is basically Ryan Newman, and Ryan Newman is basically Mark Martin. Don't forget it. I mean, we're going to come up on. We already did pass Ryan Newman. I didn't have a problem with Ryan Newman. He didn't block me or anything. I was about to say, like, we're going to come up on Ryan Newman. He's going to race me cleanly. And I guess he did, because I don't remember him blocking me like crazy like Mark Martin just did. But when you get with Tony Stewart, share a draft with him, just like always. Look at the way this car just leaves tire marks constantly in the corners. I don't know if that's me really wearing them down very much, but it's certainly some great grip levels if it works with that. I'm trying to get it up to 100. Did I? Yeah, I did. JC, pay attention to the racetrack. What is this car doing? Oh my gosh. It just started turning and it didn't stop. Now I gotta track Tony Stewart back down again. This car is acting weird. We've still got 8 laps until we take our pit stop. Tony Stewart's blocking me. This green thing says he loves me. He loves me with all the green stuff, but it says that he's blocking me. Well, it doesn't say that he's blocking me. I say he's blocking me. I'm watching him. I have proof he is blocking me. I don't. But what's the point of all the green stuff? He's still blocking me. Golly game. Okay, good run to the front stretch. Not passing Kurt Busch just yet. Jeff Gordon still got the lead, and he's put a good 2.5, 3 second gap on Dale Earnhardt Jr., Kurt Busch. But it comes to me. They ain't gaping me. Or gapping me, whatever. Oh my goodness. It's freaking apron. I'm trying to pass Kurt Busch. He ain't give me room to dive underneath him in the corner, and then shit like that happens. It can get worse than that. He touched the apron, the car starts bouncing around and flapping its wings like a fish. I don't know what I just said. Man, my car is too good. Like, I mean, at one point I said that in my rookie season, I think going to Rockingham, because I was just passing so many freaking cars and I was coming up on people so fast. But 3 seasons later, or 4 seasons later, I don't know why I'm saying 3 seasons, I started last, we're not even halfway through the race, and I passed the leader. Jeff Gordon. We're not even halfway. He's not going to lead the most laps in this race. I mean, this is the second time this is happening. This is that happened at California. I'm going to lead the most laps in this race. I'm going to win this race driving for a completely different team. Golly, this car back end is all over the place. But, man, I'm going to take my pit stop in a couple laps. I'm basically just going to pit whenever Jeff Gordon does, or maybe a lap after he does, so that he doesn't get back around me. Would that include Jeff Gordon? No, he's still right there in second. 3.4 seconds back. I am pulling away by more than a second a lap. My car is too good. With how this car's been driving, I got to be careful entering pit road. So, you just take it easy. Just take it easy. Slow it down. Get off the track. Don't spin coming in. Don't speed either. There we go. We're still in the lead. I don't know how many people have not pit yet. But, yeah, it's the beginning of lap 24. Jeff Gordon apparently came down a lap ago. But I guess he came down pit road and he was still like second place because the way things were gapped out. I wouldn't even actually know that he had been down pit road yet. So, y'all just give me a good pit stop. We're so far away from Jeff Gordon that even if our He went in a lap earlier than us. We should come out in front of him. His fresh tires shouldn't give him that much of an advantage. It was a good pit stop. Okay, let's just go. Still in the lead. You're still in the lead. I see Dale Earnhardt Jr. actually came out in front of Jeff Gordon. Okay, let's not pull up in front of him and hold him up and crap. I'm trying not to, but the car can't stay on the apron. Give everyone a fair chance. I'll just LePage people and shit. Well, I don't know where Jeff Gordon is because this is Dale Earnhardt Jr., Kurt Busch, Tony Stewart. I thought this Kurt Busch was Jeff Gordon, but no. Jeff Gordon lost way more time than I did by staying out so long, which is weird. Hi. Bye. 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 Hi. My car is too good. Yeah, we'll celebrate. I think I've been doing too much celebrating it is with all this stupid crap I've been saying all race long. Okay, I gotta go count how many freaking cars I just lapped. Let's do some donuts, some Charlotte nuts, low nuts, Lowe's nuts, low nuts. Yeah, I'm a loner sometimes. Low nuts! I led 6 more laps than Jeff Gordon, claiming the most laps led in the race. Mark Martin blew up after starting in 2nd place. Well, that really sucks. And who was the last guy to finish in the lead lap? Casey Mears? Yeah, so only 29 cars finished in the lead lap, meaning I lapped 14 people. I don't know if I should include Mark Martin because he just blew up. Jeff Gordon got the pole award. I'm never getting a pole award, but we led the most laps in the race, we made up the most positions, and we had the fastest lap, of course. Like, how could I have not had the fastest lap? I finished like 10 seconds ahead of Kurt Busch. I remember passing this guy and putting my lap down, that purple car with the black stripes. So he gets Rookie of the Race. And Mike Waltrip made the most exciting pass in the race. Yeah, I don't know what pass that was. I passed 42 cars, then I passed 14 more cars. But apparently all those passes, none of them was exciting as this particular pass that Michael Waltrip made. I want to see that pass, you delusional, stupid video game. Okay, well, here's the point standings. We are now 62 points in front of Tony Stewart. So that was a 35 or 25 point gain on him. Alright then, so I guess he finished like, what, 3rd or 4th, something like that. Well, let's go to Team End to see what kind of work we have to do. I'm going to stop overhauling and purchasing new equipment because I don't want my car to be any better than it already is. Because then I want there to be some challenge at some of these tracks. Because at this point, pretty soon, I'm going to be able to do that at every track. Every fucking track. There's no track I won't be able to do that at. And that's just terrible. I want there to be something somewhere. Okay, 8 races until this sheet metal plates come in. I don't think there's anything wrong with my sheet metal. It is, because it doesn't tear up that badly. Okay, and we'll just go ahead. We'll repair this for 2 races. Spend as much money as possible so that I'm not, making too much money. At this point, I'm doing too much of everything too goodly. Too goodly. I don't even know what that means. Engines. We'll repair this too. I don't know if it's necessary for me to repair some of these things because some of them are better even though they're in not as good condition as the other thing. But, 2 races for that. And then maybe same thing for bodies. No, we have one race left until this thing is done overhauling. Now this does need some overhauling because I want this equipment to be as good as, at least that, it should be able to. We got 8 races left until this thing comes in, and now this thing is used for 1 race. The other 2 are fresh. Back out of here, take a look at the happiness rating for the sponsor. Was the happiness rating at 54 or 56 whenever I got this contract? Because if it was at 54, that means it didn't go down after that race, because it certainly went down after Richmond. But if it was 56, that would make sense because that was our second points race. But we did finish first place. We did finish in front of Jeff Gordon. I don't know if it would ever try not going down for me not getting the pole. But God, you got to meet all the expectations for the happiness to stay up as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, in the next episode, we're going to do the MBNA Armed Forces Family 400 at Dover International Speedway, the Monster Mile, race 13 of 36. I'm going to use the regular Kellogg's Got Milk paint scheme that Terry Labonte would use all the time before he retired. In the next episode, we'll try to use all the paint schemes this guy has before we lose our contract and have to get another new one, probably that 2 car. For the most part, I still want to use that Cheez-It car that we just used because I love that paint scheme. I got to use it as many times as possible, win in it as many times as possible. I want to try winning in it whenever we go to Pocono, which should be after Dover, and maybe also Sonoma, because that one I'm not even sure if I'll actually be able to win because it's a road course. I think that's as far as it might last. This is Sonoma. I don't think it's going to make it to Daytona or Chicagoland. See you next time. That's that, and episode over.